Hi guys, John the Bearded Vampyr here. Welcome to another video. I say it all the time, I don't know why, it's just habit. Just a quick one. I don't know how many of you know, but this week, week starting, when was the week start? I know it starts Monday, but you know, it started the 10th, because it's the 15th at the moment. The week starting the 10th or 9th, depending if you think it starts on Sunday. 10th, Monday the 10th, it was Mental Health Week, or is Mental Health Week as it stands at the moment. There's a time in the year when people start thinking a little bit more about people who suffer from mental health and so on. And although it's a good thing that we have a week for it, me obviously being a sufferer of mental health, as you should all know by now, I'll say although it's good that we have a week for it, I think it's something that we need to talk about more often. I think it's getting more publicity than it has done over the last few years, especially with COVID, lockdowns and so on, people's mental health taking a bit of a dip. But this is just me kind of saying, you know, it's good and it's bad. You know, it's like, remember on Sunday, you know how you get an entire year of not remembering people who fought in the world wars and other conflicts, but that one day of the year you're supposed to kind of like feel kind of thing. Whereas I personally prefer to have periods throughout the year where I think about it. You know, if something comes up, you know, I have utmost respect for people who serve in the armed forces, and I would rather have my respect shown throughout the year rather than just one day in the year. It's the same as mental health. I think we should talk about mental health and have discussions about it every day of the year rather than just for 1 week. It's good that it is an entire week rather than just a single day. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems a bit like it's paying lip service, if you get what I mean. People kind of like just focusing on it just for that 1 week, and then they tend to forget about it for the rest of the year, unless it's happening to them. And if you're in the circle of mental health, you know how bad it can be. Unless you know someone or experience it, I don't think you truly understand how bad it can be. I've had a bit of a bad week, so kind of happy. It just happened to have been in Mental Health Week, so that was kind of cool. Yesterday, because it's now Saturday, at 3:15 in the morning. Yesterday, Friday, I was stressing out quite a lot because the shed that we've got in the back garden, the felt had come off in the rain and all the wind that we've had over the last part of May, so we've had to get a replacement kind of for it. I don't like going up ladders, so Mum asked one of her friends if her son could come and help us. It's someone that, although I know of him, I don't know him in person, so it really stressed me out, him being around here. Once he was there, you know, I was fine, I was talking to him and everything, but just that lead up to it kind of really stressed me out about how it was going to be and what was going to happen and so on. Having to be social for the social interaction while he was here and stuff like that. And he was the same, apparently, from what his mum was saying when she phoned once she got back home, because obviously he doesn't know me all that well, and he suffers from mental health and is kind of, I don't want to sound rude, but he's not quite all there. He has kind of learning difficulties, on top of mental health and everything, so he was a bit kind of unsure. He got on with the job fine, he did the job fine, we've got no complaints with the job, gave him a bit of money for doing it, and we had a good chat. But it's just that run-up, that for both of us, that run-up was just a little bit stressful. And that's what I'm like. It's got worse over the last year with COVID. Because obviously, because I'm going out even less than what I normally would be. It's even more of a challenge to do it because I'm not getting the social interaction. I'm not getting used to the social interaction and so on. I'll be out in a couple of days to pick up my meds, and then a couple of days later to pick up more meds, because they come in 2 different batches. Other than that, I don't really go out. I went out yesterday as well, also to get some loaves, like a loaf of bread. Picked up a few other bits and bobs as well for us. But that's at the local corner shop who've kind of known me most of my life, I think. I think they've been there pretty much since the 80s, I think. So they do know me, and it's one of the young lad who kind of gets on with me. So yeah, you know, I'm not getting the social interaction that I normally used to. Yeah, years ago now, I didn't used to be like this, so I don't know. But no, Mental Health Week, it's awesome that we have a week, but also at the same time it's a bit kind of lip serviced, and we need to do it more often. People need to talk about their mental health more often. There's still so much stigma around it. As you all know, I suffer from schizophrenia, and there's still so much stigma around schizophrenia. We're deemed as these kind of crazy, kind of axe-wielding, kind of murderer type people. We're not. The doctor says I've only got mild schizophrenia, but when you suffer from it, there's nothing mild about it at all. You know, it's so real to you that it's, as I say, there's nothing mild about it. You know, it's real and it's in your face. Granted, people might have it worse than what I have. Obviously, they're the people that are actually in mental institutions. But yeah, it's just a mental health kind of chat, you know, kind of thing. I've got no real plan for it. It's going to go out in a short while because I'm not going to faff about doing anything fancy to it. But you know, you get like loads of celebrities like this week all kind of talking about their mental health. You know, and again, it's good because it kind of normalises it. If kind of you're a normal person and you're seeing a celebrity, like either a famous, like really famous celebrity, or one of your favourite celebs talking about their mental health, it kind of normalises it and makes you kind of want to talk about it yourself, I suppose. So that is a good thing about Mental Health Week, is it does kind of make people talk about it more often. But it does need to be talked about way, way, way more often. The amount of suicides and so on. It's been in the papers not so long ago about people committing suicide because they've had their benefits cut, or because they've kind of lost their job through COVID and so on. And there's so many things I could talk about with it. So I'm a little bit cold. But no, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it here, I think. I've talked for 10 minutes almost. So, just a quick one. Hope you've enjoyed this little kind of randomness about Mental Health Week. I will see you all in another video pretty soon. I've got some ideas. I want to try and do some fanciness and stuff like that. Some stuff like learning kind of lower thirds and so on. So I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye.